Welcome to the Going North podcast, where you will be encouraged, informed, and empowered to embrace your dreams and advance in life through authorship. I'm your host, best-selling author, certified leadership trainer, and book enthusiast Dom Brightman. Be sure to check out the goods and services from every guest, as well as some of the books from yours truly, the host. Now let the fun begin. Well, today on the Going North podcast, we got another super special, awesome human for you today, because we just been chatting it up for like freaking almost 20 minutes before I pressed the record button. So that means, it's going to be a darn good time, because today's guest in particular, she's freaking fabulous. She's got my favorite color, all blue, because not only is she a fellow wonderful author, she's also a speaker as well as a life and business coach, right? Folks, so that's right, the L and the B, the life and the business, and she's the founder of her own company, y'all. So that means she found something. She's the founder and owner of In Life Amplification. That's right, indeed. That's right, indeed. So let's give it up for the I in herself, who likes to go in, the wonderful, intelligent, and natural Inger Nordin. How you doing today, Inger?
Thank you for having me here. I'm doing fine, thanks. And you actually pronounced my name correct, so that's really good.
Oh, good. All right, cool. Yeah. All right, the vegans get to stay happy. I didn't become a butcher.
Are they ever happy?
Yeah, that's actually true. Like, are they really?
Well, I got several vegans friends, so I can say that.
Yeah, I think I'm probably maybe one happy vegan who was a past guest on the show, but
they are happy, some of them, so it's nothing to do with that. So.
Oh yeah, but it ain't just about choosing not to eat animals or eating only stuff from the ground. It's about the intelligent Inger. So my goodness, as with all introductions, I probably forgot about 35 hours of stuff that you've done, and heck, probably forgot your backstory too. So my goodness, so did you see yourself to become the person that you are today at like the age of 12? Did you think you'd be a published author, traveling the world, inspiring the masses and molasses?
No way. When I was 12, I dreamed about having a big family, because we were only two sisters. And I wanted to have a big, big family. And that was my only dream. That didn't happen. And becoming an author was not my first choice either. But I love reading books. I've always read a lot of books. When I was growing up, when I read a book, people couldn't talk to me because I was so into the book. So books is something I can never throw away. It's valuable stuff for me. How is it for you?
Oh yeah, good stuff indeed. Too bad, too tall to hide in books unless I find a giant library with giant books that are like 10 feet tall. Nah, I could probably hide in those.
Now you're talking abracadabra, because I can't translate feet to centimeters.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. The ignorant American always measuring things in inches and whatnot.
Yeah. Well, and the Americans always call. I was at Wharton School at a seminar, and this guy, Howard Perlmutter, he said everyone else was a strange. They were foreigners, all other people. And I mean, the Americans were the only true ones. And then he talked a lot about the threat from Asia and a lot about that. And he was so famous, this guy. And then all of a sudden I said, I can't have this anymore. So I raised my hand and asked him, can't we ask those Asians sitting up there what they think about what you're saying now? And he was like, what? Did you dare to ask that question? But that's another story.
That's right. That's right indeed. I know I forgot some. That's right, because today's guest is from Stockholm, Sweden, y'all. That's right indeed. That's right indeed. That's right. So Swedish swag ahoy, I'm assuming.
Well,
if swag means the same thing in Sweden.
I know.
If it means the same thing, if it means something different, I don't know.
Well, it can mean a lot of things in different languages, I guess.
Oh, okay. It doesn't mean banana, does it?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Banana is banana.
oh, okay, good. As long as Swagden stands for something, something else that's not supposed to stand for.
Well, swag. It's an abbreviation.
Oh no, that's just basically another word for stuff, another synonym for stuff.
Then I didn't know that. Thank you for educating me. I learned something new today as well, and I would be grateful for that in the evening.
Oh yeah, that's right indeed. That's right indeed. So my goodness, my goodness. So you got all these wonderful books, and you actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think you retired 5 years ago after being in corporate for 35 years, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, that's right. I actually was in multinational companies most of the time. And they said I had a really great career. They say, I say, because I didn't really stop and think about what I wanted to do. I was always asked to do something else. And I got so kind of flattered that they asked me. So, yes, of course I will. Yes, of course I will. And then when I retired at 65, I felt like, is this all there is? There has to be something else. I was so bored. I was really feeling like, what is this? Brother-in-law, right? He would say, oh, just relax. Just be there. Just sit there. And I said, I'm not the one feeding the pigeons. That's not me. So I actually started a new journey in 2017. Have you heard about Success Resources?
Success Resources, I believe so.
T. Harv Eker started it a long time ago, and then it was taken over from guys in Singapore.
Oh.
But it's it's kind of a world-renowned education company, if you like. So I went on one of their seminars called Millionaire Mind Intensive. And I came out from there like all pumped up. And I sold my car. I bought into their Quantum Leap program. And then I was on the development path, personal and business development, because they interact, right? So that is what I did for, well, 3 years, almost 3 years. And one course after another course, after another course. And in the meantime, I also started a company in the US to do property investment. And that company actually, I did that because I listened to an American guy that said, oh, you can give back to people that lose their houses because the bank is only allowed to keep what they are owed. And the remaining money when they sell the house is to go back to the former owner. And people don't know that. So if I can spread the word about that, fine. Go and get your money, people. But that wasn't so easy to do from Sweden. And in 2020, I had to close it down because, I mean, during this pandemic thingy, it wasn't possible to travel and things. When 2020 happened, I felt like this was the time for reflection and start doing things instead of all the trainings all the time. I was actually on my way to have my first workshop in the Power of You Square about science of the mind, but they didn't want me to come. They were so scared about this pandemic thingy. So then I thought, well, what should I do now then? So instead of that, I started writing my book, The Power You Square, Create a Power Path of Success, personally and professionally. And that is all about all the courses I have attended, reflecting on my life and what I did before, and kind of weaving it together, if you like. And that felt good. So I released that in 2021 in June. And it came to be a bestseller in the first week. And I was like, this is not happening. So that was crazy. And then after that, I kind of also realized I wanted to do something else and came in contact with something called Global Woman. Have you heard about that?
Ain't that a seminar you spoke at recently or going to in the future?
Yeah, I'm going there. Yeah, Global Woman Summit. But Global Woman is a movement, I would say, instead of a company. Global Woman Club. It's kind of women supporting women around the world. Mirela Sula started it in the beginning, and she can kind of have those Global Woman Clubs spread around the world. There is 3 or 4 in the States. And there are 1 in Stockholm, and then there are 2 in Africa. They are in Malaysia, Mongolia. They are everywhere. And I joined actually the one in Accra, Global Women Club Accra, because I wanted to have this multicultural thing. And that was really a good moment for me. So also from kind of going with Global Woman, it made me take actions again. So I actually then wrote a chapter in their book, Tap Into Your Power, 21 lessons to help women conquer fear. And my chapter is called The Hidden Strength of Vulnerability. And that was kind of me going and writing off my past, if you like. I had a bad experience when I was 20, and I could write about it now. So it was like, oh, it's gone. I sat with it and it was gone afterwards. So that was really, really something powerful to experience. I had help with that from Travis Fox. Have you heard about him?
Travis who?
Fox.
Oh, Travis Fox. Oh, he was actually on the show back in 2020. Good, great dude. Great dude. Love
Yeah. He was my mentor for a while, so I love him. He's really good. So he helped me kind of a lot. He made me able to write the chapter, I would say. So that was really good. And then I've started a company in Sweden now called Iron Life Application, as you said. I wanted to have life enhancement, but that was occupied. So amplification is good, right? And here I do, my what do you call it? Vision is to help women step into their power financially, personally, and professionally without compromising their femininity. Because I've seen so many times in corporate how women are not being women. They think they need to kind of be male-like to be advancing. And I think that's crappy, to speak frankly.
Hey, I definitely agree, because it's like, hey, like there's strengths and really weaknesses for both sexes.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we need each other. We need each other to be at our best, and really just trying to, I guess in a way, man up as a woman, like I'm sure that can be really damaging down the road.
Well,
at least
actually,
from a mental standpoint.
Yeah, but actually what you talk about now, in the military in Sweden, they have courses for male to understand how females are thinking. Outside of the military, only courses for females to understand how male are. And it's crazy. Because if we work together, the corporation will kind of join forces and we will be so much more successful, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially since in most families, especially like the mom's usually the first teacher anyway, so we have to work together with women. And it's a real blessing.
Did you say yeah, you said blessing as well. Because you said have to. you should say it's good that we work together. So I really, really think it's really powerful to work together. And actually, a lot of things has happened during this year as well. I said to you, I'm traveling to London next week for the Global Women's Summit. I'm actually panel speaker there. How to fast track your professional career. So that's going to be funny. And I'm also nominated for the Global Women's Summit Award in the category of aspirational. And I feel like everything has happened this year. Everything. And like people say, if I can do it, you can do it. Everyone can do it. Just focus, right?
Oh yeah, that's right indeed. That's right indeed. So I said something earlier that actually piqued my interest. You said something happened at 20. So what was that situation? Because hey, folks may need to be inspired depending on what the situation is.
I wouldn't say it's inspiring situation at all. I was, at 20, when you are, the feelings are coming, you are kind of, it's sparkling inside of you, you have your first love, you have everything like this, right? And I was kind of really, really young in my mind, if you like, and naive. And I was loving this guy from a distance. And everything was kind of, I dreamt about him. It was like, this is going to be my future husband. He's going to be the one that give me all the kids. And we are going to have so much good things in life, right? And then all of a sudden he noticed me when we were out on a pub. And he invited me home to his mum because he was staying with his mum. And his mom was actually my former music teacher. So I felt really, I felt safe and things. But instead of this being a really good experience, it went really bad. So I was actually taken advantage of. And then I didn't realize it. And I was working at this time. And I was actually going to the company doctor and said, I'm not feeling good. And then he said, well, that's nothing. You can get those pills. Take this pill and take this. Okay, but I said, I'm still not feeling good. And then he said, did an examination. And he said, well, if you are to have a kid, you need to have an operation to even be able to be pregnant. But it showed up after a month that I was pregnant. And then he had pumped me up with so many pills. So he sent me away to the doctor at the hospital for an abortion. And that had an impact, really, really impact on all my life. And also, they said I could kind of tell this guy and have him to court for raping me. But we were kind of two kids in a way. And when I was at the hospital, I wanted to get home. I didn't want to go through the abortion, even if the child was kind of hurt, anything. But they didn't let me out. And for me, that was actually the real rape. Yeah. So I had to lie in a bed and give birth to a dead child. But I never saw that child, actually. I didn't want to. And I was so I had a lot of pain in me. And Travis actually made me take this away after all the years. From 20 to almost 70. I had this pain and I had trust issues. I had a lot of things around me like that. And even if I tried to get rid of it, otherwise, I didn't manage to do it. So even if people saw me, they thought I was this happy, jolly people, right? The happy one. Probably a really good actor. But having said that, actually now I can help people. I can help women go through this. And as Travis said, not only females get raped, guys do as well. And not only physical rape, but they can get raped in so many different things, so many different ways. And that is what I feel and believe, that there's a lot of people that will benefit if they face it and not kind of hid it away like I did. Because when I wrote my chapter in Tap Into Your Power, I wrote it without having people around me knowing that this had happened to me. My closest friends didn't know this. And it has given me so much strength, I would say now, when it's out, if you like. Because now I can see and reflect on why it happened. I can also see how I can help other people happen. And how I can help them realize that they don't have to stay there. So that was what happened to me when I was 20.
And thanks a bunch for sharing that too, because it's really a shame what happened to you, especially just the whole, I guess the whole series of events. It wasn't just the guy taking advantage of you, it's just the aftermath too, on top of that too, which is even more painful on top of that. So my goodness, like, it's so sorry that you had to go through that, and it really such a shame. And actually glad you're able to, oh, go ahead.
Yeah, it's actually, the shame is something that I had to live with for so long, because I mean, I was brought up Christian, and you're not supposed to do this. You're not supposed to have sex before you get married. You're not supposed to have go through an abortion and things like this. But I had something that most people don't. I had a really loving parents and my sister, and they helped me so much. So I could live with it. So I think that is also something to remember, the environment you have.
Oh yeah, that's right indeed. Kind of like we were talking about earlier. It's like sometimes, you're around a lot of snow. Sometimes you're not around a lot of snow.
Yeah. And sometimes you make it snow yourself. Or sometimes you are the rain man, right? Come on, rain, come on.
That's right indeed. That's right indeed. That rainmaker indeed. That's right indeed. That's right indeed. So my goodness, so being able to get the power to be able to share that story with the world and encourage others to basically watch out for signs of stuff that may, so that way that doesn't happen to them, and really having this new level of strength to be able to share it multiple times with folks to really help them to really stay aware and really be aware of the power that they have within you. What do you feel might be next for you now? Because I'm pretty sure you have this like 6-pack ab level of confidence now after being able to go into that dark part of all the shame you had to deal with for those decades.
Well, yeah, but I mean, in my company, I want to help females to really face up to what I have been through, and also to really, I mean, every one of us have a power within us, females and males, right? Take that and put it out and go for it. I mean, what I've done now a lot is to help specifically females, actually, but a lot of male as well, but help them to kind of get a grip on where they are money-wise. Someone called me money management strategist. So you know where you are to go from. And today, that is really important when economy is going up and down, right? Everything is getting more expensive. So you really need to get a grip on where you stand today and what you are to do. I'm not an investment specialist or nothing like that. I'm not telling people like a financial advisor. I'm not telling people what to invest in, but I tell them how they can get a grip on their finances. And then I have, I'm actually gone through Have you heard about Advanced Coaching and Leadership Center?
I don't think I have.
It's Alan C. Waters started it some years, very many years ago, actually. It's in Texas. And I've gone through trainings with them, and they have something called processing. You go through, you have a structured way of asking questions. So people then are looking into themselves and finding their answers. And I actually, when I went through this, I said to Seal Stanford, she's the one that is managing this now. I said to her, I will never be able to do this. But if you look at my webpage, lifeamplification.com, you can see some of the testimonials. And I was like, one said that I saved their lives. I helped them to get out of whatever it was. And then another one said, it felt like when you helped me, it felt like I was losing what do you call it, the bee shell? Do you call it a shell?
Oh, what, the turtle shell?
yeah, exactly. It felt like I was kind of get rid of that. So I'm so much lighter now. So I was kind of, well, this is what I want to do. Help people face what they are afraid of and go through it. And getting out of shocks, getting out of feeling stuck, getting out of whatever they want to get out of or have to get out of. So I've actually a Facebook group called Your Power, You Matter, where I share a lot of things in there, like trying to get the mindset right, because that is so important for me. And also from the trainings with Seal and Macatcham as well, I do every morning I start with a gratitude process, and that sets me up for the day. So I'm happy most of the time nowadays. It's so great. I mean, if you start the day with saying, okay, what is one thing what is your goal for today? What are you willing to give to others? And 10 things you are grateful for. And what do you appreciate others doing for you? And what are you happy about now? And then in the evening, you go back and say, how well did I accomplish my goal? And if I were to be happier, what would that be? And what have I done well? And I think that is so powerful.
Oh yeah, that's right. Powerful indeed. Powerful indeed. It's so true. Like how you really start your day is really a big advantage. It gives you a big advantage or a big disadvantage.
Well, don't talk about disadvantages. Do it. Just do it, and you get the advantage of it. I think that is really, really important, especially those days that we are in now.
That's what I'm talking about indeed.
I actually hope that I will be on big stages and talk about my story, talk about things that can help people realize and help them kind of connect with me so I can help them more. That's my purpose in life nowadays. And to those that say, you're 70 now, you have to retire. Are you never going to retire? No, I'm not. I have the life of my life. I have so much happiness and I have so many people. And even if I didn't get the kids I so much wanted to have when I grew up, I have all the people around me in the world. Everyone are my kids now. Everyone is my family. And that is so powerful. So I'm happy.
That's
with a bigger family.
About.
Yeah, with a bigger family than I ever thought I would have.
So there you go. He didn't have to give birth to 2,000 kids. See? There you
go. No, that's good. I don't think that is so good to people, right? I think we should split. I think we should switch it. Guys need to give birth to kids. We'll see how many kids there will be.
Nah, we good.
Yeah, probably.
Nope, not signing up for that.
Figures. You're a coward.
Hey,
No.
in that case, I'll take it. Hey, shoot. I'm not built for that.
No, you're right. You're right. But
Yeah.
it's strange though that there are so many male doctors that say this is what you should do. This is what you should do. And they don't really, they go from how the male body is and not taking into account how the female body is working. I mean, all the researches that is done for cancer or for heartaches or whatever it is, most of them are done on male people. Did you know that?
Well, did not know.
Mm-hmm. Read up on it.
Ah, there we go. That's right. The good doc is giving some knowledge, baby. That's right, Dr. Inger, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's right, indeed. That's right, indeed. Her lab coat's invisible.
Can you see it? I have it on. It's an invisible coat.
So my goodness, so since you've been on these podcasts recently promoting the good work you're doing to help out the lovely ladies on the planet Earth, is there a question that you wish you'd be asked more often?
That's a good one. That's a good question that you just asked me. How is it possible for me to do what you are doing? That could be a question. That could be a question.
Sweet. So what makes it possible?
Yeah. So also, I mean, if I'm taking a bit of what I'm going to talk about in London, how you fast track your professional career, I have 3 things that people would, I think they would need to focus on. Know what you want and really focus on it. Everything else will fall in place, right? And understand the impact of being present. Really being there with the person you have in front of you. That will enhance every relationship in life, professionally and personally, right? And you build trust. Take persistent actions. Be consistent and make sure to take actions leading to your goal. They don't have to be perfect. Just take actions and celebrate every little win on the way. And then, as we said before, the importance of the environment. Surround yourself with people that support you and have accountability partners. And also make sure you leave the people that don't support you behind. So that is what I would love to tell people.
Ah, yeah, that's right. Some good knowledge indeed, y'all. That's right. Know what you want, y'all. That's right, indeed. That's right, indeed. And take the action to get there, indeed. That's right, indeed. And if folks ain't supporting you, they ain't on the bus. Get them off the bus. Just leave them behind. That's right. Let them stand behind a horse. That's right. Let them stand behind the horse, and we'll have them pull its tail, and then we'll just see what happens.
Well, I got a picture in my head now.
There's the cost of being the boss. Let me stop.
Oh, yeah. Take away that picture.
Hey, some of them ask for it. Especially the trolls, they ask for it. Let me
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. So if your lovely book, The Power of You Squared, was a food, what would it be and why?
If it was the food,
Yeah.
I'm not vegan. So would be a really lovely steak where you could have all the things around it. The steak is in the middle, and then you have all the things around it, that it really makes this a lovely meal that you can eat and you can have and you can look at and you can reflect upon. Each and every chapter in there gives you something. So, for instance, if you eat healthy, you get a good body, you get a good, what do you say, life. You stay healthy longer. And for me, staying healthy is really the most important thing you can do. And then you have also how, I mean, if this steak is eaten and you take photos of it, like people do now, they put them on social media, right? I'm not a fan of that, but still, if you do that, well, you see the spread the message around what you are doing. That is important. And if you have a plate with a steak on, well, you can actually sell it to someone else if they want it. And then you need to know how is sales going on. How do you manage sales? And then, well, if this steak was there and you are kind of thinking, is this right for me to eat this steak? Or is it wrong? Then you are in your mind, right? And then you have to, the mind has to be kind of put things in that is good for the mind. And all the 60,000 thoughts we have each day is not going to govern and steer you in the way you want. And then I have this steak and I lead myself and eat it and I enjoy it. I celebrate having it. So that's a good meal for me.
There you go. That's right. The Power of You Squared is filet mignon, y'all. That's right indeed. That's right indeed. That's right indeed. 32 ounces, y'all. That's right. You'll be full for a long time. That's right indeed. That's right. That's right indeed. You'll be stuffed like a turkey.
No.
But it's good stuff.
Yeah. I agree on that. This is good stuff. I don't think I've ever eaten a turkey in my life.
Hey, it's cool. It's cool. It just depends on, as with anything, it depends on the seasoning, I guess. And how well it's actually cooked.
Oh, yeah. If it's cooked.
Yeah. Well, we're coming down to the magical question that every guest gets to receive, and that is, if you were to wake up tomorrow and you were 25 again, but you're still in 2022 with all of your knowledge and wisdom, what advice would you give to yourself?
Go for it earlier. Trust yourself and just move. Don't let anyone put you in the corner, as they say in the movie, right? Just move. Be the person you really are and do whatever makes you happy. That is what I will say.
There you have it, folks. That's right. Play that Connect 4. Y'all go for it. That's right. That's right indeed. Play that golf, y'all. Just go for it indeed. That's right indeed. That's right indeed. That's right indeed. Go for it. That's right. Don't be hesitating all the time. That's right. Gotta be deliberate. Gotta know what you want, y'all. That's right. That's right. That's right. It's like that late night ice cream. You know it's bad for you, but you don't care. Go for it. You gotta go with your dreams the same way, y'all. That's right. That's right indeed. That's right indeed. And I know folks need to go for all of your social media accounts and follow all of them and keep up with all that you're doing, and even snag some copies of your marvelous books. So for those who need to do just that, what's the best way for folks to do so, Inger?
Amazon. Amazon. But the Power of You Square is the only one that's registered in my name. Tap into Power is registered in Global Woman. And Harset, I don't remember his name now. It's registered someone else. I think I'm a co-author for that one. But they can actually scan the QR code that you promised to put somewhere, and then they can come to where they can order them. But they can also always contact me on imger@lifeamplification.com.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Life amplification, y'all. That's right. Amplify your life. Fingers got you covered. That's right, indeed. That's right, indeed. You know why the book is called The Power of You Square? Because you got to buy 2 copies every time you buy the book, y'all. That's right. That's right.
No, you are actually, you have to read it twice to understand it. No, kidding. But I mean, it's really the power you have within, and take it out and make it double.
You heard that right, folks. Make it double. Buy 4 copies of her book. So, any parting words before we close some shit?
That's a good one. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for that.
Yes, indeed. So, any parting word before we close up shop, Inger?
Thank you for having me, Dom. It has been a fun and lovely talk.
Thanks a bunch for sharing some of your time out of your day to listen to the Going North podcast. I would be really honored if you head over to the website goingnorthpodcast.com and share this episode with someone that you care about. And also, for bonus points, if you like, click on the shop tab on the website and grab some gear, advance others to advance yourself if you haven't already. Have a great rest of your day and keep advancing north to your greatness.